We are working it today with Andy Challenger Gray and Christmas, who is going over that August jobs report for us. Thanks for being with us, Andy. 315,000 jobs were added last month. That was a solid number. And the unemployment rate did tick up to 3.7%. What's the read around the nation on that report?
Yeah, we saw last week what some economists are calling a Goldilocks jobs report, showing that the labor market is not too hot and it's not too cool, might be just about right. A slight moderation in August from what we saw in July, where jobs were added at a rapid pace. We still saw strong job growth, but not at the breakneck speed that the labor market's been moving at for the last year and a half. That is possibly the Fed's perfect situation where they're trying to decrease the overall heat of the economy without putting us into a recession and without increasing unemployment. We have seen also a positive sign that the participation rate increased in August. More Americans jumped back into the workforce, which is valuable to employers. As we've seen, there are still more job openings than there are unemployed persons in the U.S. labor market right now.
What's happening with layoffs?
Yeah, we also have our job cuts report out recently showing that we are not tracking large mass scale layoffs across the economy, despite some headlines from big companies like Apple and Peloton announcing that they are conducting some layoffs. We haven't seen that spread into the wider economy on much scale yet. We saw in August higher job cuts than a year ago. Yet overall, the job cuts remain historically low.
How are companies doing that are hurting to find workers?
Yeah, we continue to see jobs added in retail and entertainment and leisure, kind of these areas of the economy that have been really hard to fill jobs in, are often in-person roles, often lower wage positions. We've seen companies be able to add some of those jobs, yet there's still far more openings than there are people moving into those roles. One area that was a little surprising is we saw employment tick down in August in warehousing and transportation, an area that skyrocketed through the COVID period as American consumers switched all of their buying to e-commerce. A little pullback in that might be an indication that we're starting to see people go back to stores and change their consumption somewhat back to pre-COVID conditions.
Thanks so much for being here, Andy.
Thanks for having me, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.